Hello students, welcome to my English class on Madhu App. Okay students, today we will discuss an interesting chapter of your English books. Before discuss the chapter, let's see the pictures. Yes, this is a marriage party and this is a birthday party and these are different ceremonies. Happy New Year and this is Diwali. What are these students? These are gifts. And what do we present to our dear and near ones on these occasions? Yes, we present gifts to our dear ones on these occasions. There are some gifts which have low price but they have high value. These are known as priceless. That means they have high value. So, today we will discuss the chapter, The Priceless Gift. The writer of the chapter is an Indian named Mr. Gupta. This chapter is about a girl named Maggie who has given a gift to her brother which has high value. Okay, let's read the chapter. The Priceless Gift. I went to a vegetarian restaurant. It was lunchtime. There were people eating and drinking. The restaurant was very crowded. I saw that some of the chairs and tables had been pushed into a corner. I chose the corner table, seated myself and started skimming through the newspaper. At that moment, I noticed a very young girl looking at me. Her eyes were large and they had a sad expression. As she was going out, she asked the cashier in a low voice, "Is that gentleman an Indian?" "I think so," the cashier replied. The girl looked at me once more and went out. It surprised me. Why? What was the matter? Her interest in me aroused my curiosity in her. When I had finished my lunch, I asked the waiter, "Do you know the girl who was sitting out there?" "No, sir. I noticed she has lunch here on Saturdays. She comes on payday only. Perhaps she does not earn much." I was moved by what he said. The curiosity I felt about the girl persisted. Why had she inquired about me? Who was the mysterious child? I kept thinking of her poverty-stricken, sad, anxious figure. Could I help her in any way? Okay, student, let's discuss some meanings of some new words. Restaurant, a place where we can buy and eat meal. Here is the picture, restaurant. Here we eat meals and we can also buy meals. And crowded, having a lot of people. See, this restaurant was very crowded. There are lot of people. Skim through. Read quickly for main points. Expression. See this picture. This is sad expression and this is happy. So, meaning of expression is something to show one's feelings. Meanings of some other new words. Arouse, awake. Arouse, awake, curiosity, strong desire to know, payday, the day of getting wages. Persist, continue to exist. Mysterious, strange, poverty stricken. See this picture, the woman and the boy. They are looking very poor. That means poverty stricken means extremely poor. Then what is the meaning of anxious? Eager. Then we will discuss the paragraphs line by line. Okay students, I went to a vegetarian restaurant. Here I means the writer Mr. Gupta. Mr. Gupta went to a vegetarian restaurant. What do you mean by vegetarian? The vegetarian restaurant means the restaurant has only the vegetarian recipes and it serves only the vegetarian recipes. Where did the writer go? The writer went to a vegetarian restaurant. What was the time? The time was lunch time. In lunch time, the writer went to a vegetarian restaurant. There were people eating and drinking. When the writer went to a vegetarian restaurant, what were the people doing? The people were eating and drinking. The restaurant was very crowded. That means there were a lot of people. The writer saw that some of the chairs and tables had been pushed into a corner. So the writer chose the corner table, seated himself and started skimming through the newspaper. Why did the writer choose the corner table? Because the restaurant was very crowded and he saw that some of the chairs and tables had been pushed into a corner. So he chose the corner table. And what did he start? He started skimming through the newspaper. That means he did not read the newspaper thoroughly. He only read the headlines. Okay students, then what did he notice there? At that moment, he noticed a very young girl looking at him and her eyes were large and they had a sad expression. We have seen that picture, sad expression in the meaning time. Okay, what happened? This slide explains about the girl who asks about the writer to the cashier, and also this question surprised to the writer. Okay, let's understand the text. As she was going out, she asked the cashier in a low voice whether the gentleman, an Indian, that gentleman means the writer. The girl asked the cashier, what did he ask? What did she ask? She asked the cashier in a low voice. How she asked? In a low voice. And what did she ask? She asked whether that gentleman, an Indian, who was that gentleman? That gentleman was the writer. I think so, the cashier replied. The cashier replied that he thought so. He thought that he told the girl that the gentleman was an Indian. The girl looked at him once more. He means the writer. The girl looked at the writer once more and went out. It surprised the writer that why did the girl look at him once more and went out? What was the matter? What was the matter? Why did the girl look at him once more? Her interest in writer aroused the writer's curiosity. The writer's desire to know about the girl increased because the girl looked at him again when he went out. When the writer had finished his lunch, he asked the waiter whether he knew the girl who was sitting out there. When the writer had finished his lunch, he asked the waiter. Whom did he ask? He asked the waiter. And what did he ask? Whether he knew the girl who was sitting out there. Then what did the waiter reply? No, sir. He noticed she had lunch there on Saturdays. When did the girl come to the restaurant? The girl used to come to the restaurant on Saturdays. She used to come on payday only. When the girl got her wages, she used to come to the restaurant. Perhaps she does not earn much. Okay. So the writer was moved by the waiter's information about the girl. The waiter has given that information which moved the writer. The curiosity I felt about the girl persisted. The writer's desire to know about the girl had persisted, continued to exist. He tried to know about the girl more. Why had she inquired about the writer? Who was the mysterious child? Who was a strange child? Who want to know about the writer? The writer kept thinking of her poverty-stricken, sad, anxious figure. Could the writer help her in any way? The writer thought that, could I help the girl in any way? Okay students, let's see the outlines of today's paragraphs. The writer went to a vegetarian restaurant in lunch hour. He chose the corner table and started skimming through the newspaper. He noticed a young girl looking at him and asked the cashier about him. Then the writer's curiosity increased to know about the girl. Why? Because the girl asked the cashier about the writer and the girl looked at the writer once again when she went out. He asked the waiter about the girl. The writer asked the waiter about the girl. The girl used to come to the restaurant on payday only. Who said? The waiter said. The writer was moved by and he kept thinking about the girl's poverty-stricken, sad, anxious figure. Okay student, these are the outlines of the today's paragraph. Let's discuss some questions. Tick the right answer. The writer felt that the restaurant was, yes students, very crowded. Second question. The writer found some of the chairs and tables, yes, had been pushed into a corner. Then, third question, the writer noticed a very young girl in the restaurant reading a newspaper, singing a song, giving him a sad look, talking loudly. Which is the correct answer? Yes, giving him a sad look. Then, other some questions. A girl asked the cashier in a low voice whether the writer was a soldier. He could lend her some money. The writer was an Indian. She could have something to eat. Yes, what is the answer? The writer was an Indian. The girl's death aroused the writer's curiosity in her. What are the options? Sad look, talking to the cashier, interest in him, low voice. What is the answer? Interest in him. Okay students, let's. Another question is there. Mr. Gupta asked Days about the girl he saw in the restaurant. The options are the cashier, the waiter, the waitress and the gatekeeper. What is the correct answer? The waiter. Okay, answer the following questions. Where did the writer go to have his lunch? Answer is what did the writer start skimming through? Yes, the answer is newspaper. When does the girl come to the restaurant only? Good students, the answer is on payday only. Opposite of sad, happy. Okay student, next class we will discuss whether the writer and the girl meet each other or their conversation. We will discuss in next class. Thank you.